Om. 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 O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May all be happy. May all be peaceful. May all be enlightened and cultured. May all attain perfection. May peace be established in the three bodies of man. May peace be established in the three worlds. May peace be established everywhere. May truth be our religion. May service be our worship. May knowledge be our breath. May world be our family. May yoga and meditation be our way. May our eyes see happy and noble things. May our ears hear happy and truthful words. May our tongues be sweet and truthful. May our bodies be divine instruments. May noble thoughts come to us from all corners of the universe. May we never leave God. May God never leave us. Om, peace and love. Om, peace and health. Om, peace and enlightenment. Om. Today I would like to talk to you about our collective experience that we are having now. It is a definite global experience. Everyone is affected. It used to be that things were one country here, one country there. It's not that way. It's a global experience. And it is having a tremendous impact on the population as well. And when something this big and this unusual is happening, then we have to look at and reflect why. I think this is very important. No, the virus just went, no. The fact, we have had viruses before. We have had world wars before. And yet the entire planet did not come together and become sequestered. It was always isolated here, 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 here. So all of these things have been here before, but all of a sudden the entire planet is involved in this and has to look out for each other. We are not allowing countries to interact with one another because we're worried about our own individuals within the country. Airplanes cannot fly. People are stranded here and there. Why is this happening? What is it trying to teach us? Whatever happens in the world, know that it is trying to teach us something. And there is a reason for it. And now, the entire world is concerned about the world, the entire world. Isn't that amazing? Not as an individual, but as a world, as a whole community, as a unit. And while this is happening to the human race, at the same time, Mother Nature is taking a breath, finally, because she has been suppressed by the human race and abused. You see, everything that has been created on this planet has a purpose, including you and me. Everything, every plant, every animal, every mineral, everything that is on the planet has a purpose and is there to maintain a balance. When the balance is out of alignment, we have trouble. As long as we are in balance, things go smoothly. But the world has come out of balance. Humanity has come out of balance. All of these things are out of balance now. And now we're being asked to come together as a global union to contain something that could be destructive. But is it really just the virus that we are looking at? Were we not in the process of destroying the planet that we live on? By polluting the waters which we need, by polluting the air which we need, for greed and profit. So now we are being asked as individuals to take care and be conscious of our neighbor, to be in discomfort in order to protect our neighbor. That is what we're being asked. And it's not a major discomfort, it's just a little mask in order to protect our neighbor. And yet, this for many people seems like a momentous encroachment on their freedom. And we have to look at the big picture and then look at our picture and look at ourselves. You see, every one of us has an opposition. Every one has some form of some form of being not willing to share. Some form of selfishness. It is just playing out. As we can see it, we're playing it out so that it is blatantly in front of us. And know this, the entire world has to come into harmony for us to be able to handle the situation. And we have to come into harmony to allow the world to grow again. And in order to do that, we have to look around. This is a momentous time. This is something that has never happened before, where the entire globe is involved. It always is. If it's a war, or even a world war, the world war was not in every corner of the world. And it's not really that destructive. We have had pandemics before. It is not that destructive, and yet the whole world is coming together. This is an unprecedented time, and we have to see why God is allowing this to happen. What are we to learn from this? Because whatever is happening to us, be it from the world stage, from the individual stage, or just from being right now in front of us, has a purpose in life. Nothing happens to us without a purpose. And we have to grow within that purpose. We have to move ahead. And I've spoken to you about it so many times. And it has been predicted in the scriptures that there will be a change in this world. A major, drastic change. And that change will be, it could have two outcomes. One, it could be the dissolution of the planet, or the human race actually. The planet will survive. Or it can be the beginning of a new age of humanity. We have the yugas. We have the ages. And there is Satya Yuga in which there is 100% of purity. What does that mean? Well, we're not all pure, but we all honor one another. We all care for one another. There will be differences, but we will accept those differences and respect them. And we will respect each other. And we will respect the plants. And we will respect the animals. And we will all work together as one unit in harmony. Then the next one is where 3/4 is good, 1/4 evil. And then the other yuga is half and half. And now we have been seeing Kali Yuga, which is 3/4 evil, 1/4 good. Well, we have seen this. We're in the middle of destroying the planet that sustains us. The oceans are filled with debris, with our thoughtlessness of another human being, of another planet, of another animal, another whatever, of our selfishness. It is an expression of our selfishness. Me, 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 instead of we all are one. We are all one, but we have free will. We are all one. We are made in the image of the divine. And without our soul self, our spirit self, we could not exist. And what is that spirit? That spirit is God. That spirit is the divine. So we are all one because we all have that within us. And without the soul, we cannot be. And we all know that. And the same thing is with the plants, the animals, and the planet. Everything is alive. Stones are alive. This is not a stone. This is a crystal. It is alive. Some of you are wearing gold. It is alive. It has energy, it has prana, it has divine energy within it, and it gives off and radiates what its purpose is. Similarly, we need to find that divinity within us so that we can radiate out what our purpose is, because nothing was created on the planet that did not help maintain its balance. The only time the balance And maintenance of the planet was disturbed when we started imposing ourselves upon the nature. And then we have imbalances. And now we need to think that this whole collective, whole world collective, is coming together in order to handle this one item. And if we can come together for one thing, we can come together for everything. And also within the planet, you can see it, what is happening outside. We are seeing it so blatantly that we are opposing governments. We are opposing people's taking from the planet and having resources that belong to everybody. We are opposing all the things that are not of qualified energy. We are opposing it now. We are fighting against it. We are fighting for equality. And not only in our physical form, but in our material form, we are fighting for equality. So this whole planet is actually in an uproar, not just for this, but it is in an uproar for change. And we have been told that this change is coming, because we cannot move back into another yuga or time, or have a new root race which is coming in, without change of the planet. So whatever is happening out there that we're seeing in the news should be happening in here, within us as well. Because none of us are in perfect harmony. All of us have selfishness of some sort. All of us feel empowered to be better than somebody else. All of us feel that we don't need to do this. I can throw this. I can use this plastic. I can throw this. I can abuse this. No, we can't. And how do we find that courage to be in unity? Because it takes courage. And that courage is actually the courage to understand that we are one. And that's a very difficult courage, because in order to understand it, you have to understand that you are made in the image of the divine. And that we know intellectually we have a soul, but do we know that emotionally? Do we feel that, do you have that feeling, I deserve to know that I am divine? How do you think when you see people refusing with arms, refusing to wear a mask so that could help another human being? They're fighting against it. What are they fighting against? Wearing the little mask? No. They're fighting against losing their freedom. And why do they think it's losing their freedom? Because they don't understand. They are fearful of knowing how powerful they really are. They are fearful of knowing how beautiful they are inside. They are fearful of knowing God's grace. And yet they proclaim that they are full of God's grace. But if you have God's grace within you, you will also have compassion. You will also have love for your neighbor. And selfishness would not be there. So what are we looking for? We must now more than ever, because the whole planet is in the process, we must now more than ever start taking a look within ourselves. We have to ask for grace to help us see what discordant energies are waiting there for us to transmute, and not be afraid to find that divine threefold flame within the heart center. Do not be afraid to find it. You are worthy. You are worthy. Every being is worthy. God created every being to be worthy. Every being has different purpose, has different intelligence, has different feelings, and that is all good. It is part of the whole. It is part of having the entire world flow in harmony, in balance. This is all part of the balance. But if we do not feel worthy, and if we do not know that God resides within us, in this threefold flame of our heart center, of our power center, which is divine will, divine love, divine wisdom. And you know that every entity, every human has that threefold flame. They just need to let it open up. And it is natural for us. When there is a catastrophe, or when something is happening, well, for example, if you see a child, if somebody sees a child drowning, they will jump in the water without even thinking that they can swim or not, because it's within us to help humanity. It's within us to help. People are going through extreme things in order to help another being. It is our nature. And yet we are afraid to find that nature within us. And we're holding back because of fear. And that's why we need the armor, because we have the fear, because it takes softness to get in there. It is the real you. It is the real me. It is who we really are. We have God's grace within us. We have the threefold flame within us. It's God's grace. We can pray to God. If we pray to God and then hurt another being, we are not praying to God. We're begging for certain things for us. No, God, give me grace to be part of this unit, to be in harmony with my surroundings, be in harmony with whoever I come in contact with or whatever I come in contact with. God, give me the grace to be part. And the more we bring that grace in, the more we will distribute it. Our energy field will go out there and will help those that are resisting because of fear of finding their beauty. That is the fear. It's not selfishness. It's, I am not worthy. I'm afraid to find this individual within me. We are made in the image of God. Can you really understand that? Yes, this is very difficult. And so, let us look at what is happening and let us use this collectiveness, this unprecedented time, and look at what is happening out there so blatantly in front of us that we're seeing in the news and on the TV and hearing about it and discussing it. and know that we need to also take inside and see the battle we need to face at the same time. Because none of us have all those qualities within us to perfection. We are all on the road of getting those qualities to perfection. And now we're being asked as a collective being. And it will be not so easy. We will not go back to the way it was before. We cannot. Too many people are waking up. Too many people are looking inside, because this is what Mother Nature is forcing. God is forcing this. And be happy about it. Yes, has discomfort. Yes, we are in discomfort. But without discomfort, we will not change. And this discomfort could be worse. This is just an inconvenience. And many people do need to leave the planet. So be considerate of another human. And when you are, know that it comes from the heart center, from your divinity within you. And know that this is part of your nature that we need to develop more and more. To be considerate of the planet, to be considerate of all of life, and bring life on this planet back into harmony. And we are part of that process. And look at ourselves and say, wow, we can help this. And let's go forward and make this happen faster. And the more people we are resisting, the more it has to continue. So let us get together and speed up the process so that we can go back to being in harmony. But without the collective harmony, discomfort will continue. So let us look inside and let us feel worthy to find our threefold frame of divine will, divine love, and divine wisdom. It is our birthright. It is who you are. It belongs to you. You don't have to fear it, and you are definitely worthy. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. Om